Let's talk about something crucial. It's a topic many guys get wrong. They focus so much on what to do to get the girl. They learn the opening lines, they plan the perfect first date. They figure out how to be charming and witty, but they often forget something even more important. They forget to learn what not to do once they have her. It's this knowledge that separates a fleeting romance from a relationship with real staying power. Think of it like this. You can build the most beautiful house, but if the foundation is cracked, it's all going to come crumbling down. The same is true for your relationship. You can have amazing chemistry, you can have fun together, you can feel like you've met your perfect match, but if you're making fundamental mistakes, those little cracks will spread. Eventually, the entire structure will fail. Knowing these deal breakers is your way of checking the foundation. It's about ensuring you're not accidentally sabotaging the very thing you want to build. So many men are left confused when a woman ends things. They say, "But everything was going so well." Let's get into it and make sure you're the guy she can't imagine letting go of. It's time to stop guessing. It's time to understand the psychology of attraction from her side. One of the fastest ways to kill attraction is to reveal deep-seated insecurity. This isn't about having a moment of doubt. We all have those. This is about a pattern of behavior that screams, "I don't think I'm good enough for you." It manifests in constant questioning. Do you still like me? Are you sure you want to be here? Are you talking to other guys? It shows up as jealousy over her male friends or colleagues. It's needing constant reassurance that she's not going to leave. Let me give you an example. I coached a guy named Alex. He was dating an amazing woman, Sarah. In the beginning, things were electric. But soon, Alex's insecurity crept in. If Sarah went out with her friends, he would text her all night. Having fun? Is it a late one? Sarah, a confident and independent woman, started to feel suffocated. His fear was a weight on the relationship. His need for validation was exhausting her. A woman is drawn to a man who has his own life, his own confidence, his own sense of self-worth. That quiet confidence makes her feel secure, attracted, eager to stay. The beginning of a relationship is often filled with effort. You plan thoughtful dates. You send sweet good morning texts. You dress up for her. You actively listen to her stories. You are, in short, trying to win her over. The mistake happens when you stop. You get comfortable. You think, "I've got her now," and you switch to autopilot. The effort that once defined the courtship disappears. Date nights become takeout, TV. Thoughtful compliments become grunts from behind a screen. Think about Mark and Emily. For the first 6 months, Mark was the perfect boyfriend. He'd surprise her with flowers just because. He planned weekend trips. He'd leave little notes for her to find. Emily felt like the most special woman in the world. But as they approached the 1-year mark, things changed. Mark stopped planning things. He spent his weekends playing video games. Emily tried to initiate things, but it felt one-sided. She didn't feel cherished anymore. The do here is powerful. Never stop dating her. This doesn't mean you need extravagant gestures every day. It means you must maintain the intent to surprise and delight her. Put your phone down when she's talking to you. Give her your full attention. A huge mistake men make is failing to show genuine interest in a woman's world. You might listen to her talk about her job, her friends, her passions, but are you truly engaging? Or are you just waiting for your turn to speak? Ignoring her world means you don't remember the name of her difficult boss. You forget about the important presentation she was nervous about. You zone out when she talks about the book she's reading. You are physically present, but mentally, you are checked out. This makes her feel incredibly alone, even when she's sitting right next to you. I remember a client, Jessica, telling me about her ex-boyfriend, Tom. Jessica was a passionate artist. Her studio was her sanctuary. In the beginning, Tom would ask to see her latest paintings and listen as she described her inspiration. But as time went on, his interest faded. When she would talk about a new technique she was trying, he would nod while scrolling through his phone. He never once suggested they go to a gallery together. It wasn't that he was mean. He just didn't see her world as important enough to enter. Jessica felt like her core identity was being dismissed. The solution is to become a student of her. Get curious. Ask follow-up questions. Remember the names and the details. If she's running a 5K, be at the finish line. If she has an art show, be in the front row. A woman comes to you with a problem. She's frustrated with a friend stressed about work. She starts to vent. Your immediate instinct might be to jump in and solve it. You say, "You should do this. Here's what you need to tell them. It's not that big of a deal." You think you're being helpful. You think you're being the hero who can fix her problems. But in reality, you're making a massive mistake. This is the fixer complex. You are offering solutions when what she is really seeking is connection and validation. Consider this scenario. A woman comes home from work, exhausted. "Ugh, my boss put me on another impossible project. I have no idea how I'm going to get it all done." The fixer boyfriend immediately goes into problem-solving mode. Okay, let's break it down. First, you should delegate task A. First, you should delegate task B. Then tell your boss you need an extension on C. But all she hears is that her feelings are being dismissed in favor of a to-do list. She wanted a partner to say, "Wow, that sounds so stressful. I'm sorry you have to deal with that." She needs you to be her safe harbor, a place where she can express her emotions without being judged or managed. Future faking is the act of talking about a future with someone that you have no real intention of creating. It's a subtle but deeply damaging form of manipulation. It's saying things like, "We should totally go to Italy together next summer. I can't wait for you to meet my family at Christmas." You are selling her a dream to keep her happy in the present moment. You might think these are harmless romantic fantasies, but to her, they are promises. Imagine a guy, David, who is great at this. On his third date with Lisa, he says, "You love hiking? We have to go to Yosemite. I'll plan a trip for us in the fall." Lisa gets excited. She pictures it. Fall comes and goes with no mention of Yosemite. A few months later, he says, "My cousin's wedding is in the spring. I'd love for you to be my date." Spring arrives, and he ends up going alone, saying it was a complicated family thing. But for Lisa, it's a pattern of broken promises that makes her feel foolish for believing him. This is a relationship killer because trust is the currency of any serious connection. Every time you make an empty promise, you make a withdrawal from her trust account. The alternative is beautifully simple: underpromise and overdeliver. Be a man of your word. Instead of saying, "We're going to Italy next summer," try, "I would love to go to Italy with you someday." This frames it as a shared dream, not a false promise. And when you do make a plan, no matter how small, follow through. Book the reservation. As we've seen, keeping a great woman in your life is less about grand, heroic gestures and more about avoiding the common pitfalls that erode her attraction and trust. It's about being mindful of how your actions or inactions make her feel. From the quiet poison of complacency to the loud alarm bells of insecurity, these mistakes all stem from a similar place: a lack of awareness and empathy. Attraction isn't a one-time event. It's a living thing that needs to be nurtured. The journey to becoming a high-value man she'd never want to leave is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the most confident, reliable, present version of yourself. It's about building a life you're proud of, so your happiness doesn't depend on her validation. It's about remembering to date her, even when she's already yours. It's about showing genuine curiosity about her world, listening to understand her feelings instead of just fixing her problems, making promises you actually intend to keep. These aren't tricks, they are principles of respect. At the heart of it all lie two golden pillars: communication, respect. When a woman feels truly seen, heard, respected by you, she feels safe. And in that safety, attraction doesn't just survive, it deepens and flourishes into something real and lasting. So don't just focus on getting the girl. Focus on being the man she would be crazy to leave. Take an honest look at your own behavior. Are you making any of these mistakes? The good news is that today is the day you can stop. It starts with awareness. It continues with a commitment to being a little better every day. Build your foundation on the solid rock of respect and communication, and you won't have to worry about her leaving. You'll be too busy building an amazing life together. That's the ultimate prize.